big comic books. This is Mr. Adventum. It's on Global Comics under Static Comics. Thank you. Go read that shit. Alright, welcome back to the Static Archives, the channel where we dig into random shit so you could at least sound smarter than the rest of your friends. And today we're going to talk about TVs. Yeah, not just any. It's the big, the flat, and the beam shooting movie cannons that you call projectors. So buckle up, because by the end of this video you're going to know the difference between CRT, LED, and the projector TVs. And also why your grandpa's old TV could survive a fucking nuclear blast. Alright, first up is the CRT TVs, aka cathode ray tubes. These bad boys were thick, like they could be used as a coffee table thick. Like inside they had a giant glass vacuum tube that shot electrons at a phosphor coated screen to make images. Basically it was like a microscopical paint gun firing light at your eyeballs. At the speed of light, by the way, too. How it worked is there's like an electron gun in the back shooting beams through magnetic coils, aiming it across the screen. Red, green, and blue phosphorus. When it's hit, boom, instantly you got a picture. But here's the thing, you actually couldn't hang it on a wall unless you like reinforce it with concrete and prayer, bro. And if you ever moved to CRTV, then you know that's like the closest a human can get to experiencing lifting Thor's hammer, bro, for real. Alright, next up we got the LED TV, which is actually LCD with the LED backlights. They work very differently. Instead of shooting particles at your soul, they're more like glowing sandwiches, you feel me? You got a light source in the back, LED shining through a panel of liquid crystals. These crystals twist and like move when electricity hits them, controlling how much light actually gets through for each pixel. Stack a whole bunch of layers together, polarizing filters, color filters, glass, and it actually works like a magical Instagram filter, really. It just never runs out of battery. Unless your broke ass can't pay the electric bill. Goddamn. The only downside in this is that if you drop it, you're out $800. You drop the CRT TV and the floor gonna break. Fuck. Next up is the projector TV, and there's actually two flavors: front projectors and rear projector TVs. Front projectors are basically tiny light cannons that shoot the image into a screen on your or on your wall. You know what I mean? Rear projection TVs, they were popular in the early 2000s. They actually had a projector inside the TV box that bounced the image onto like a screen in front. The magic here: lenses, mirrors, light passes through a tiny LCD panel or DLP chips, gets magnified and then blasted onto a bigger surface, which why projectors can give you like a 120-inch screen for the price of a 60-inch LED, you know what I mean? But only if you can like darken the room, daylight, yeah, forget it. Like it'll look like you're watching ghosts reenact to a soap opera. And like deadass, my dad used to have one of these, and when he moved from Arkansas to California back in the day, and the little film, there's like a little plastic film that goes on the screen of it, and if you don't have that shit, it's like a blurry ass fucking image, bro. And I swear, growing up my whole childhood, I was like, why is this shit so fucking blurry, bro? And that was why I never really knew until I got older. So to sum it up, basically, CRTVs are tanks with picture tubes. LEDs are skinny little light shows, and projectors are room-sized magic tricks. Which one's the best? Well, CRTs win for nostalgia. You feel me? Everyone misses those. Hey, and plus fact, the games did look better on those older TVs. The Pixel with the LEDs right now, it like puts the exact, it doesn't let it bleed or nothing. On CRTVs, a lot of it bled, which allowed the Pixel to bleed and look a lot better. So back in the day, that shit really did look a lot better, like the games and the old shows and shit. It looked a whole lot better. That's because there was just a different medium. But it did look better on those CRTVs. That's why it looks like shit when you play it on LED. Like old Dragon Ball, bro. If you went and put it on an old CRTV and played that shit, it would look crisp again, just like you missed. And LEDs would win for convenience, if that's the win you're going for. Nothing really to say about LEDs. Everyone had one probably. Everyone knows them. Everyone has one in their house. But projectors win if you want a fucking home theater on a budget, you feel me? I remember that shit back in the day. It was pretty cool. Big ass like fucking 90-inch TV. It was pretty cool. It was blurry as fuck. It was cool. But y'all going ahead though. Tell me in the comments what was the weirdest TV you ever owned. You know what I mean? I had a homie that had a dead ass SpongeBob TV. It looked like SpongeBob. It was crazy. But I want to know if anyone still has one of those giant rear projection like beasts in their living room. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure my dad might have his somewhere, but let me know. You know what I mean? But this has been the Static Archives, and remember, if you hear static, it's just me trying to come through your TV. Love forever, live forever. Peace.